Hey, good morning, everybody. I am out and about super early. Actually, I've even been out earlier than this. I've been out since 4 this morning. I woke up at 3:30. Of course, I went to bed hella early last night, though. I was so tired. I don't know what it was. I think it was the heat. It was so hot yesterday. I got up to, well, my car's at 106. I don't know if it was that hot or maybe it was, but I tried to record this video yesterday and I couldn't because my DJI Nano camera kept overheating and it would shut off. That's the only con that I have found about this camera so far, is that it overheats just a little tiny bit and the whole thing just shuts off. It just but oh well, there's a lot of pros to it that kind of make up for that one. You just kind of have to pick and choose when you want to film and when you want to use this particular camera. I never had this problem with my DJI Action 4 camera, even when I was in Mexico filming. It never shut off on me, but I'm trying to remember if I even was in a situation where it would have an opportunity to get that hot in Mexico. I don't know, this year it will be. So yeah, kind of a little bit of a spoiler. In about a week and a half, I'm leaving for Mexico. So here we begin our journey, and I need to lose a little bit of weight still to get to where I want to be before I head to Mexico in a week and a half. And that kind of brings me to another point. Hang on, I need to figure out where I'm going. I'm also doing Uber this morning, so I'm just kind of taking you guys along with me for this ride. But I've got like this pickup at Albertsons. Oh, it's right there. Okay. So, yeah. Where was I? Oh, yes. So, my last video that I took of Mexico, it was a bit of a train wreck. Like, I thought it was the best thing next to sliced bread. Of course, I think we all think that about our first videos. That they're just the most amazing thing on YouTube. Until they're not. But I think that's kind of where I'm kind of leading to today, is I'm just kind of giving kind of like my thoughts on vlogging so far since I've started. I think I have about 4 or 5 videos up right now. And so I want to consistently kind of put things up on my account, because the more you make, the more you recognize your problems and the better you fix things, I think. And it doesn't even have to be anything like special. It doesn't even have to be a super special video. And I know that looking back on my videos that I have up right now, especially my first 2 that I ever did put up, which are on from Mazatlan, Mexico, that when I had first initially filmed them or vlogged them, I didn't really have a concept of what B-roll was. I really didn't have a concept of how you're supposed to shoot. Even though there's really no way in particular that you're supposed to shoot. But there are a few things that kind of, I guess you would say, kind of follows a vlogging practice. And the way that I was shooting was like I was taking y'all on a roller coaster ride. I mean, it was pretty bad. So, but it's okay, because you have to have that foundation laid. You know, you have to have that first, second, or third video down to just kind of put it out there to get started. You have to start somewhere. And I don't care how much work or how much effort you put into that first video. Don't overthink it. Just record something and put it out there. Receive the feedback, receive the constructive criticism, be open to it. Don't be closed-minded, and allow people to help you make things better. And once you have that foundation built, you can go back and watch those videos and realize what you did wrong, and then make that second video, and just, even if it's just one thing, you just take one thing from your last video and make it better, then you're already getting better. And then you'll have your third video and your fourth video and fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. And just, you know, as you just kind of go forward, and you just take one or two things and just make it better, do things differently, to the point where you're creating really good content and your editing skills are improving immensely as well. Like, if I was to think back to my first video, and if I was to pick one thing from it, I would pick my just basically filming, going around with my camera and just filming everything that I see. And what I decided to do differently going forward is learn how, oh, there's a rabbit crossing. Oh, I don't know how that rabbit just crossed the street and didn't get squashed. Oh my God. So this little baby rabbit just ran across the street with all this traffic and somehow did some like Matrix moves and made it to the other side alive. Good on him. So anyways, what I was saying was, yeah, if I was to take one thing, that would be, instead of filming everything that I see, I would just do quick 6-second shots. You know, like this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Yeah, I think you guys kind of know where I'm going with this. And then it just makes it a whole lot easier when you're editing than filming everything that you see and waving the camera around and having a bunch of dead air. This way, when you're creating just short, simple shots, you're alleviating the dead air, you're alleviating the fact that you're not talking, and you're alleviating the fact that you have to basically edit out all the weaving and throwing the camera around and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So I hope this is kind of making sense. And I know that one of the things that I've been working on that I absolutely love, so I actually really look forward to doing this, is video editing. Like editing my videos that I do take. Because it's just a lot of fun. I feel like that your creativity just knows no bounds when it comes to video editing. You could be as crazy as you want, or you could be as simple as you want. And it just makes it an absolute blast. Like, I use Filmora Premium. I don't know if it's a good one, I don't know if it's a bad one, but it seems to work good for me. And I know there's a lot of free versions of stuff out there, like DaVinci, and there's like another one I can't think of the name of. But I really like Filmora. It's real user-friendly-ish. It does have a little tiny bit of a learning curve, but nothing too bad, nothing too crazy. And so I just went and put up my newest video of where I was camping in northern Idaho over at Winchester. And when I was filming that area and my experience over there at that campground or at that park, that state park, I was thinking back to my earlier videos on what I didn't want to do, and as opposed to what I did want to do. And what I didn't want to do was basically, I don't know, like I know in my head what I didn't want to do, but sometimes it's kind of hard to kind of say it. But I think ultimately it was basically just kind of controlling my shots and stabilization. Yes, stabilization. That's the word I was looking for. Stabilization. I wanted to create stable shots. I wanted to create real cinematic shots where you would just pan to the left, pan to the right, or kind of pull in or pull out, giggity, and just kind of make it good for the person watching. I think that's ultimately one of the things that I've really been focusing on, where if I was the viewer, what would I want to see? Or how would I want to see it? What's good to look at? What's not good to look at? And I think it really kind of helps kind of keep that in mind when you are filming. So yeah, and on a kind of like on another note, now that I kind of got that all kind of laid on the table, I do say a lot, so I've been really trying to stop trying to say a lot. And I think the reason why I say that a lot is because I try to transition a bunch of thoughts kind of together, and I kind of like to try to prioritize my thoughts and like what I want to say, what I don't want to say, and it usually ends up with like a bunch of ums and uhs and ands and so like I said, I'm not the most greatest filmographer, vlogger, whatever the hell you want to call it out there, but I have a lot of fun doing it. And I think that ultimately that's what it needs to do, is you need to really kind of come into this with zero expectations. Don't expect to be the biggest thing to hit YouTube in 2026. Don't expect your first video to get hundreds, thousands, or millions of views or likes or comments. Like, honestly, go into the expectation that the first 50 videos that you put out there, you're not going to get anything in return. You're not going to get nothing. But what you want to do is you want to take those 50 videos and you want to review them. And as long as you're making steps forward and progressing in a manner that you need to create better content, then you're on the right path. But yeah, no one's going to give two shits about what you put out there to begin with. I mean, you are a nobody, to be honest with you. You're just a nobody. But this gives you the opportunity to become somebody by reflecting on the stuff that you do and making it better moving forward. So that's kind of what I'm doing, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And with my next trip that I have coming up to Mexico, I'm going to be going to La Paz and also to Mazatlan again. My first two videos were of Mazatlan, so this is just kind of like a redeeming video, I suppose, of Mazatlan. I really want to kind of do like a before and an after to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about, because I feel like I've learned a lot since that first video. Like I was saying earlier in this video, that I want to redo that video and kind of see the things I do differently as opposed to how I first started, and kind of see my progression. So I'm super, super excited about that. But anyways, I know this video is going on close to about 20 minutes, I think it is. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. But remember, don't hold any expectations. Don't be so critical that you give up on yourself before you give yourself a chance to get started. Just kind of focus on what you're doing. Read a lot of books on vlogging. Look at a lot of other content creators out there. You don't have to necessarily copy what they do, but it's good to kind of learn what they do. And then just kind of take little bits and pieces of what you think will be beneficial to you and make it part of your vlogging criteria. And then before you know it, you'll kind of see yourself taking a little bit of what they do and introducing some new stuff that you do. And who knows, you might be one of those people that end up with the next, 1 million views or, 100,000 views and everything. It's like no one's beyond that. You just have to be patient, super patient, and just stay focused and just do the best that you can do. And that's all that involved, just having a lot of fun with it. So anyways, guys, feel free to like, subscribe, and ring that little bell to get notifications for my new content that I put out. And thank you guys for watching this. I hope you guys kind of learned a little bit from my experiences so far. If you are a new content creator or a new vlogger, feel free to hit me up. It's always fun to kind of get a whole bunch of us together to kind of share ideas and thoughts and experiences and kind of help each other along the way. And who knows, you might create some new friendships, and who knows, you know, just kind of different stuff from that. So anyways, I'll catch you guys later. I gotta go pick up this order from the grocery store, and I will see you later on. Bye bye.